So welcome back, and just plain welcome if you're new to my 9th reflection video out of my 30-day reflection challenge. It's supposed to be 30 days, so we're just gonna say 30 videos, 30 reflections, because I'm way past 30 days. I just want to talk about mentoring in this video, because on Tuesday I had volunteered and did some work with the martial arts program that I attend and take classes at, as well as work for. We went out to meet up with an organization serving teenage boys, trying to get them back on the right track. We had a class of about 15 boys or whatnot. It was just a real small group, real positive. And one, let me just say straight up, I was very amazed by the fact that they participated, the fact that they enjoyed themselves, actually asked questions, actually looked into what we was doing. And hopefully you get to see more of them come back and actually commit to coming to some martial arts classes and whatnot, so we can further give my opportunity to mentor them. And, while I was there, we had a men's circle, boys' men's circle, where we just talked about a few things. That wasn't my main purpose, or the two other people that was with me. Our main purpose of going there was supposed to just show them the martial arts and be out of there. But, we ended up sitting in a circle and talking about some things about life. And I just want to say here that it's so important to have these moments. It's so important for boys to have these moments, really anybody, but for the young boys, as we know right now, all across the country, America, all across this joint, we know that a lot of young boys are lost. A lot of men in general are lost, and they don't know where they're going, what they're doing, why they're doing it. They don't know anything. And this group of boys that we have, we didn't get too much information about any of their backgrounds or anything, but it's assumed that some of them might have came from maybe juvenile, maybe some detention centers, just troublemakers in school, probably was close to getting into situations but didn't, got lucky, almost going on the wrong path, or probably already was on the wrong path and on the process of turning themselves around. And like I'm saying, is that it's so important that we have this, because it's crazy how when you talk to someone, and now that I'm on my journey with mentoring and helping and giving back and trying to, just be a good role model, be a figure to young people now, and as well as just my peers in my age group, when I interact with people my age, set the example about certain stuff. It's so crazy how you going out to heal people, and then when you just talking with them, or you listen to them and hear the stories and hear what they see and what they think, it heals you too. Or it just reminds you of like, dang, like, I am doing good and I am on track, and I am, and maybe some of the things that I did when I was younger, wild behaviors, acting out, blah, 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 stuff like that, wasn't so bad, because, hey, there's kids out here right now as we speak doing way worse things than I have ever done, that any of you watching, listening have ever done. There's kids right now that's going above and beyond. They broke the threshold of the worst things a kid could possibly do before they even became an adult. We already know what's going on out here. A lot of shooting, a lot of robbing, a lot of stealing, a lot of scamming, all this stuff. And it's being done by younger and younger people. Younger and younger people. And basically with that whole event, it just like, it just sat on me. Like, I just like, man, I think I want to make a video about this. So here I am. And I was just like, man, I wish I had more. It made me realize I wish I had more mentorship when I was younger, but it also made me be grateful for what I already had, whatever it was, because I don't know what these situations with these boys are. Again, chances are they got single moms, or mom's got a boyfriend. Boyfriend might be locked up, dad might be locked up, might be divorced, and even they do got moms and dads, something clearly ain't right with the way they being raised, because, not just this group of boys that I was talking to and being able to be around, just in general. And we know parenting ain't so great right now. We live in a different time from when I was growing up, when I was a young boy. Like, I always had this conversation over and over and over again about us, the 90s kids, is the last. Like, you know, and maybe if you was born at this point, if you was born in like the 2000s, 2002, 3, you know, you'll be 23 years old and whatnot right now. But that age group, that's the last of like everything, yo. Like, and I always keep having this because this conversation, because, yo, the discipline, the behavior, the mindset, the stuff that they do, the things they get away with, like, it's just different. Like, and it's stuff that I would never do for any reason. I don't care how bored I was. I don't care how mad I was. And I've been mad. And I've been bored. And I've been lonely. All the above. But there's things that these kids is doing now that I would never do under any circumstances. I ain't have no dad in my life. I had a lot of mom, had a lot of aunt, had a lot of grandma, cousins. I ain't have no dad in my life. And I don't even want to hear it, so I don't want to hear that it's an excuse. And maybe some kids hurt more than I do. I get that argument. But the facts is just that the things that these young boys getting into, getting influenced to do, get brainwashed into doing, peer pressure is crazy. And I'm so happy and so grateful that I stay away from all of that, that I don't got nothing to do with any of that. I don't care about the street life. I don't care about being a girl. I don't care about pretending to be tough. So many people want this life. And these young boys, especially because of watching their neighbors, their brothers, their cousins, some of them, they straight up their dads, their uncles, whoever, TV shows, movies, rappers, influencing this mindset, this nonsense. And I get it. There is a time in life where you got to say, you know what, I don't give two shits, whatever, we gonna curse. I don't give two shits about nobody or what anybody got to say. I'm doing me. There's a time where everybody got to reach that point, and you got to do that and live by that. But we don't live by that and just destroy ourselves and destroy everything around us. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. Like, and there's so many times where we all wanted to press the F it button, but we didn't, because we know in the bigger picture it's not worth it. You getting in trouble, getting a record, going to jail, at such a young age, and turning and getting off. And it's not that all hope is lost, because we all know people can turn their lives around. But unfortunately, a lot of the time, with the way these situations is going right now, especially in the city of Philadelphia, these young boys ain't coming back. A lot of these young boys is not coming back from a turnaround. They're not going to get no story arc where they turn around and become a better person. Some people don't become better people. They don't. And it's just the facts. Like, you know, one thing we gotta be real about out here is, like, when we trying to be positive and talk about the future, we try to make it seem like everybody get redemption. Some people don't get redemption. Some people don't even want redemption at all. Like, it's not there. And in all shapes and forms, you know, and even we can say this too before I wrap it up, because I ain't gonna take this too far, is that even though you can have a mentor in your life, people still go the wrong way. People still get all the greatest advice and have everything they need and given every opportunity, and they still go the wrong way. But it's all because of poor judgment, you know, not caring, no personal morals, no personal values. Because at the end of the day, correct, yeah, somebody could tell you everything you need to know. But if you on the inside don't have no sense of self, no awareness, no sense of consequences, you know, fighting and flighting, the ability to override both of those things, making hard decisions under stress, knowing how to, you know, strategize with life or emotions or certain situations, not knowing that is crazy. And you gotta know that. I got another story about strategizing and just being alert on certain stuff, but that's in another video. That's something that just happened last week to me. But dog, I'm so happy and so grateful a lot of the time when I sit down and I realize I'm on my own path, I'm in my own lane. You know, all the times I felt like, damn, I'm not like them. Damn, why can't, you know, why it seem like people who live like this and like that, you know, seem like they better or they happier and stuff like that, or they got more going. Bro, it's like I said, bro, anybody, yo, it don't matter. None of this stuff matters. And I'm so happy. I'm gonna keep saying it, because it's like, I'm grateful. It was just a moment where like gratefulness just hit me, because when I go back in time and I look at myself at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, the ages that these boys was, I'm like, man, it wasn't so bad. I was angry about a lot of things. I was hurt about a lot of things. I was depressed. I had a whole bunch of anxiety, a whole bunch of doubts and fears and all these things taking me over. And it felt like the end of the world a lot of times, as it always does with most teenagers, like most of us feel when we was teenagers. And then you realize it wasn't so bad. I did have help. I did have people tell me what to do, where to go, when to go, how I should do it, you know, and you might not always like it, but in the end, and when you look back, sometimes you miss it. Because I got people that I don't talk to that much, or I don't see anymore, and some that have passed away that I wish I could speak to. And they ain't there now, but I still remember what they said. I still remember the voices. I still remember everything. You know? Little moments, little pieces of advice, little tiny bits of mentorship, and I don't care who it's from. I don't care if they're black. I don't care if they white. I don't care if they Asian. I don't care if they a piece of dirt. I don't care if it's a rock. I don't care if it's a fictional character from a TV show or a movie or a book. But just the image, the thought of someone or something that motivates you to keep you on track, that guides you, mind, your principles, your values, all that kind of stuff. Long as you got it, you're a winner. And as long as you keep getting up to choosing to do better and try harder, regardless, you're a winner. Period. Only people who lose, the only people who fail are people who just stop trying. One day at a time, one lesson at a time, mistake after mistake. Who cares? Every day that you get up and you choose to try again, you win. Every day that you listen to what somebody told you when it was in your best interest, you win. Every time. And, you know, I keep saying I'm happy and I'm grateful, but that's just all I can say. Like, it's weird, but that's all I got. So happy to have such advice that I've had in so many different ways. I could draw this out, but I'm not. I'm not, because you should get it by now. Whoever you are listening, watching, you should get it by now, what I'm trying to say. Somebody's telling you right now stuff that you need to hear, that you need to know, and you not listening. Or you know, you get it, and you are listening, but you just don't want to execute it. And even if you're not executing it, it's just like, what are you doing? So, find mentorship, find guidance, find help. Realize, reflect, think back on the past, think about the mistakes you made. Look at today, think about where you are, think about where you're trying to go. I do it every day. I stress myself thinking about it every day. But I'd rather do that than do nothing and be lost and confused. That's all I got. Like, comment, share, all that. Drop a reflection, leave some feedback. Make sure you reflect on yourself. Thanks.